When I was growing up as a child, I used to have a supposed brother in Miami then, and two senior uncles. We're cousins, but we call them uncles then. One of them is of blessed memory. Because of them, I had wanted to live in Miami. I actually wanted to school here. I actually wanted to enjoy life, be an American, experience the American dream. But at the time, I did all I could to get here. It didn't just work out. But not knowing that God had a completely different plan for me, a completely different direction for me. At that time, I've never heard about the country called Ireland, Dublin. No, never, not even my dream. And I never liked UK. So it was all about America. I wanted to become an American. I was living, thinking, eating, dreaming America. I used to have a small pouch, a small kind of what's it called? A diary, small diary that have American map behind it. On that diary, I could study America, most streets in Miami, because Miami was the place I wanted to be in. Miami is the place I wanted to just live. And I used to joke then. I said, look, if I'm getting to America and one of my leg touches American floor and one is in the plane, and they say no, take him back. Instead of them to take him back, they should cut off the leg and let one leg fall. They'll take the remaining part of the leg back to Nigeria then. Why the one that is in America should stay in America. That was how much desire. That's how much I really wanted it. I really wanted to really be here. But it never came to pass. I did all I could. I did everything possible to get here. There was a time, I think there's a university here. It's in Tallahassee. Maybe I may not pronounce it well. Tallahassee University. That's the university I wanted to go. All I needed then was just $20 to complete my registration. I mean, to pay for the registration fee, rather application fee then. But I couldn't get help to get that done. I couldn't. And I remember a lady then in the university, her name Mrs. Agnes Coppin. I will never forget her name. I'm talking about over 30 something years ago now. I will never. She was the lady handling my application. But for whatever reasons, I couldn't progress with the application. I think that was the time she wanted to even say, okay, I don't have a problem paying the $20 for you, but how are you going to continue to fund yourself? You might get scholarship because of your academic record, but it's not guaranteed. That was a challenge. Just to summarize that, I couldn't get here. But look at me here today in America, in that same country, in that same state, Florida, where I have always wanted to be, where I thought I was going to live and grow up and even have my kids. But I'm here, walking on the streets. I love it. But for me to live here, no. I think God had a completely different plan for me. God took me to a place where He believed that He designed for me. It took me to Ireland, where I'm glad I went there. I'm glad I raised my kids there. I'm glad I had my kids there. And I'm glad for what God had done for me. So sometimes when you plan, when you desire some things, you may not always get that thing that you desire if it's not according to God's plan. You may not always get that thing that you want if it's not aligned with God's plan. What I would tell us, any of your dreams you have, anywhere you want to live, anything you desire, ask God, is this according to your will? Is it according to your will? Is it aligned with your plan for me? Obviously, it was not God's will for me to live in America, but that didn't stop me from coming to America. So now walking on the streets of Miami, This is not my first time in Miami, but I mean, this is the first time I'm actually taking a walk all alone, just walking and admiring the street, actually smelling it in, breathing it in. The other time I jumped into Miami and I went on a cruise with my wife on her 40th birthday, and that was it. But this time around I thought, okay, let's spend some good 5 days in Miami first before another thing, before going to another place. And I must say, it has given me the opportunity to take a walk around the street and begin to breathe it in. And I have this kind of feeling that I had as a child of wanting to be in Miami. I had this kind of feeling. It reminds me of a lot of things. That's over 30 something, maybe about 35 years ago, between 30 to 35 years ago. That's what I'm talking about here. Did I still achieve my dream of getting to Miami? Yes, I have. And it's such in a way that I can come in anytime I like and go away anytime without the need of looking for any visa to come in here. Is it great to be here? Yes. It's wonderful to be able to actually touch my feet on the ground, on the soil of the place I had dreamt as a child of visiting or of living. Even though I'm not living here, but I have been able to achieve that dream. I do believe that before I leave Miami, time permits, I'm going to locate that university I have wanted to go. Tallahassee University. I'm going to locate it, maybe take some pictures or do a video in front of that university. It will be a dream a dream that is fully fulfilled, if there's any word like that. So it's great, really. It's great, really. I'm enjoying my walk. The weather is humid, but I'm enjoying it. Because I'm not just taking a walk, I'm actually living my dream in my imagination. I'm actually living what I desire as a child many years ago. I can sip it in, I can think about it, I can feel it, and have this nostalgic feeling of how it was then. I used to go, as I was saying about the diary that I have, a little diary, black, I remember the color, black diary with leather, the back is leather. It has all American states in there. I could practically recite all the states in America then and their capital, when I didn't even know Nigerian states at that time. It was that serious. I could just stay in my room there and describe streets in Miami. You won't believe it. And some of the streets, even though I was not there then, I had a picture of the street in my head. Remember, it was not the days of internet. It was not the days of these technologies we have everywhere. No, it was the days of paper and pen, where you used to write letters and it take about 2-3 months to get to America. Then the reply, it take another 2 to 3 months to get to you. I could picture America in my head. I could see myself walking on the streets of America. Not just the streets of America, but in Miami in particular. My love for Miami was just out of this world. Some people thought I was running mad at that time, because I was practically an American. Because I could describe Miami for you as if I was born here. Because I had the map, I could read the streets. But today it's a reality. So what am I trying to say? Whatever dream you have, pursue your dream. Don't let it go. But ask God, is he aligned with his plan for you? If it's not aligned with God's plan for you, no matter what you do, you will never, ever get there. So even though it's not aligned with God's plan for me to live in Miami, because I believe I got a better place to live and I'm happy with, but then it still gave me the opportunity to visit the place and actually walk on those streets that I imagine in my head. Imagining the streets of Miami in my head was something sacred to me. If anyone had told me then that I'm not going to live in Miami, I would say, no, never. Yes, I didn't live in Miami. I live in a place I believe is okay for me. God bless me. I have no doubt I'll be heavily blessed there. But yet, God has still given me the opportunity to visit the same place I lived in my mind as a child. Have I fulfilled my American dream? I would say yes, I have fulfilled my American dream. Is it the way I had wanted it to be, to come and live here? It may not just be exactly that way. But the dream was to be able to relate to the street of Miami. The street in Miami. I remember one particular street, Northwest 50th Street. I remember that particular street. Lo and behold, I was on that street today. I think I'm close to around Northwest 61st Street now. I walk on that same soil I desire to, that I actually saw as a child, even though we didn't have the internet then. So don't give up on your dreams. Pursue your dream with everything that you have. Set your mind on it and push it to the extreme. Stay clean as much as you can. Avoid negative vices that could destroy you and that could obstruct your dreams. Don't see obstacles, because obstacles are things you see when you take your eyes off your goals. Don't see anything whatsoever that will be a blocker to you. Look beyond every blockage. Look beyond anything called obstacle. But they're there to stop you. And I will end to say, remember, I'm just doing my thing. And I may be making some sense. Depends on how you see it. Peace.